Yeah, actually, I have to work even on New Year's. You know, it's tough for someone who doesn't work for big company, huh? I'm on a long weekend. Sorry.
Taichi-san, Ryo-san, welcome. What are you doing, Soya?
Department head? Soya's boss shows up, and his face immediately turns pale. Are these your clients?
These are Taichi-san and Ryo-san, who will be doing training today.
After the principal's words of praise, applause rang out through the gymnasium. I, Taichi Kawaii, have always been proactive when it comes to academics, which might be why I was occasionally recognized at school and stood out more than other students. Most of my friends accepted me positively, but there were some students who didn't think highly of me. Don't get cocky just because you're good at studying. Soya Kawaii, who went to the same elementary school, has always been at odds with me. By the way, you might have guessed from the last name, but Soya is my cousin, 1 year younger than me. I'm not getting cocky. Oh, by the way, I'm going to the library to do some research. Wanna come with me, Soya? Who would go with you? Despite living near each other, I never seemed to get along with Soya. And we ended up growing apart after I graduated from elementary school. The main reason we lost touch was that I took the entrance exam for junior high, while Soya went to the public school in our district. 20 years passed. I studied business management in college, and even studied abroad. Now at 32, I work at HR Training Co., a company focused on human resource development. Happy New Year, Dad, Mom! I look forward to another great year!
You're working on New Year's Day? You've been busy, haven't you? I don't want you to overdo it, but it makes me happy to see you so lively at work.
Every year, there's a request for training during the first 3 days of the year, so I had to work this year. I'm taking my long weekend after, so I'm good. Thanks for always supporting me. Since college, I've been interested in human resource development, which led me to decide to join the current company. My parents have always supported me warmly, and because of that, I've been able to keep moving toward my dreams. I'm really glad you're my parents. Well then, I'm off. I was living alone near my parents' house, and after greeting them for New Year's, I was planning to go to work. When I went out to the front door, I met my uncle's family, who had come to my parents' house for New Year's greetings.
Oh, Taichi! Happy New Year! Is that your work outfit? Are you working today too?
Yeah, actually, I have to work even on New Year's. You know, it's tough for someone who doesn't work for big company, huh? I'm on a long weekend. Sorry. Soya Kawaii said this with a cheerful look, completely indifferent to the situation. It was around 9 years ago that I started meeting him again after losing touch for a long time. He came to me with an overly happy face, saying he had gotten an offer from the big company, Shibuya Co., and tried to rub it in. Work on New Year's? I bet it's not even a big deal, right? You went to a good university, studied abroad, but it's such a waste of money. What are you saying? Taichi is a section chief, and we're grateful for how much he helps us with his salary.
You shouldn't mock people who work on national holidays. It's because of people like Taichi that we can live comfortably. And by the way, Taichi works at... Yeah. Thanks for working hard for us, the upper class, Taichi. By the way, I just got promoted to section chief too, so if we are talking rank, I'm above you, Taichi. Hey, where are you going, Soya? I'm leaving. I've already achieved my goal. Soya's goal was to look down on me. Without greeting my parents, he left without saying anything. There's no such thing as upper or lower class for people. It's pitiful that he doesn't even understand what my aunt just said. Sorry, Taichi. Soya's always been rude to you. Our education must have been bad. We really apologize.
No, Uncle and Aunt. It's not your fault. I always appreciated how you stood up for me. Ever since we were kids, Uncle and Aunt always warned Soya about his excessive behavior. and they apologized to me while having him apologize as well. If he still hasn't changed despite that, there might be no hope for him anymore. Uncle and aunt are complaining, and I smile wryly. I told him to come by to meet mom and dad. After that, I went to work.
Good morning, Section Chief Kawai.
Good morning, Rio. She's Rio Matsuyuki, my subordinate, 4 years younger than me. We're scheduled to do training together with a client during the New Year's break. By the way, Dio and I are the only ones working. The other employees are on vacation. I'm sorry, you were supposed to be off too.
No, I didn't have any plans, so it's fine. Also, when we finish this job and head into the long weekend, you'll go with me to the New Year's shrine visit, right?
Rio is also on a long weekend after the New Year's and hopes to go to the shrine with me after this job. Yeah, I promised, but is that really enough as thanks?
Yes, of course. I'm looking forward to it, so I'll work hard.
Rio smiles happily. Her expression is so cute that my heart skips a beat. Well then, let's get going. Did you memorize the materials and schedule for the training?
Yes, it's all set.
I forced myself to switch into work mode, and I headed to the client, Love Koiko, with Rio. Are you nervous? As we walk through the office district, I notice Rio's pace slowing down as we get closer to the client's office.
Yeah, that's right. Even though you're the main person in charge, I'm still not sure if I can handle it.
Dio had been in the planning department since she joined as a new graduate, but she transferred to the training department a few months ago. She's not used to visiting companies, so she must be feeling anxious. Don't worry, you were chosen as the section chief because you created many excellent training programs in the planning department. It's because you understood the client's needs and always worked hard to create valuable training for them. Your efforts will definitely pay off in these 3 days, and the employees of Love Koi will see it too.
Thank you.
Perhaps because of that conversation, Dio seemed to relax.
Yes, this type classification can serve as one indicator for how to approach other employees. For example, supporter types tend to accept requests even when they can't handle them, so it's better to check in on them regularly to make sure they're not overwhelmed. Controller types, on the other hand, prefer to be left to handle requests without interference. Of course, these are just tendencies, and if we make assumptions based on them, we might end up failing to communicate effectively.
She answered questions fluently from the participants, and over the course of these 3 days, her work had been that of a full-fledged instructor.
As usual, I'm grateful that you came to us during the New Year's break. It's difficult to gather all the employees for training, and I'm really sorry about that.
No, thank you for always requesting training from our company.
You have such motivated employees, and it really inspires us to do our best.
After the training during the New Year's break, the CEO of Love Koi praised us, and we were very grateful.
We'll be relying on HR training this year as well, so please continue to support us.
Meanwhile, Soya was, as a section chief, it's all about how you push your subordinates to work, you know? The key is the ability to make the unethical things look normal. That's what's important. This is the best, being able to enjoy yourself while earning more than regular employees. If you become a manager, it's like heaven. He proudly boasted about his wildly misguided ideas of management at a hostess club, making the hostesses snicker. A few days later, Dio and I had taken a slightly later New Year's break.
This shrine also had a big food stand during the first 3 days of the new year, but it seems like they've packed up already.
Yeah, compared to the lively New Year's visit, this scene feels a bit lonely. Noticing how down Rio seemed, I suggested with a wry smile, "There is a Japanese-style cafe nearby. Since we are done with the visit, would you like to stop by?"
Wow, this is amazing, so cute.
We went into the Japanese-style cafe, Tsukiote, and ordered matcha lattes with 3D latte art that Rio was excited about. I was happy that Rio was feeling better, but did I really need to order this too? Facing the overly cute drink, I, at the age of being called an older man by kids, felt a bit embarrassed. What's wrong? You think this kind of drink doesn't suit me?
No, that's not it. I'm just happy that you're doing so much for me, Section Chief Kawaii. Thank you.
Well, it's a thank you for you working on New Year's Day. I couldn't just let you leave feeling down, could I?
That's part of it, but you've also helped me a lot when I joined the training department. I got promoted to section chief in the planning department, and while I stayed in the same position, I transferred to the training department. I wasn't experienced at actually conducting training, and I struggled with whether I should give up my position and go back to being a regular employee to learn from scratch. At that time, you told me you should have more confidence. And those words really saved me.
I thought you could become a great instructor because of all your hard work up until now. Just like people have different approaches, every company needs tailored training programs. The programs she plans are made in such a way that they perfectly meet the needs of each company. And even as someone conducting the training, I've learned so many effective methods from them. I've always dreamed of this job, so I've been studying hard for it. Even after starting work, I've kept reading papers and thinking about what kind of training would be effective. Even so, seeing the programs you've created, I realized that I still have a lot to learn. At the same time, I thought that together with you, we could aim for even greater heights. And now, Dio, you've grown to the point where you could stand alone as an instructor. So, I would be happy if you could continue supporting us in the training department.
Yes, of course. There's still so much I can learn from you, Section Chief Kawaii. Please teach me many things.
Yeah, I'll do whatever I can. And so, with renewed determination, we approached the work after the new year. A few months later, I was visiting a client with a heavy heart because I can't believe I'm doing a training session at Soya's company. I got my first training request from Shibuya Co. Apparently, there was word of mouth, and they eagerly requested our help. I hope nothing troublesome comes out of this.
Are you okay, Section Chief Kawaii? You've been looking troubled for a while now.
Sorry. It's just that my cousin, who I've never gotten along with, works at this company. I was briefly explaining the situation to Rio, who was accompanying me for the training session, when... Oh, Taichi? What are you doing here? Soya, the source of today's worry, has appeared. Our company isn't a place where people like you, who don't even have New Year's break, should be here. Weren't you from that something training company? You probably just sell learning materials or exercise equipment, right? Go home. Soya seems to be misunderstanding something. Just as I open my mouth to correct him...
Taichi-san, Ryo-san, welcome. What are you doing, Soya?
Department head? Soya's boss shows up, and his face immediately turns pale. Are these your clients?
These are Taichi-san and Ryo-san, who will be doing training today.
What?
What's with that reaction? You didn't disrespect them, did you?
Well, that's... No, it's just that he says some unpleasant things about the company we work for.
He told us, go home, and that's about it. Well, what a thing to say! HR Training is a specialist in training human resources for many major companies. Even the globally expanding major company Love Koi is one of their clients.
Huh? Yes, the company we visited during New Year's, Love Koi, is a globally famous corporation. When training employees at overseas locations, it's quite difficult to coordinate schedules. So every year they gather volunteers to conduct training during the New Year's holiday.
Especially since Taichi-san has experience studying management abroad, the quality of the training is excellent. That's why we specifically requested HR training to send him. Soya, what were you thinking?
Damn, I didn't know Taichi was such an amazing guy. No, department head. He and I are cousins. Yes, that's true. But as professionals, we need to show respect.
You're right. I apologize for the discomfort caused by our employee.
Oh no, if you understand, that's enough for me. The training is about to start, so let's head to the venue. After the training at Shibuya-ko was successfully completed, Dio and I stepped outside the company. Heh, don't get cocky just because you can do a little work. Soya's voice calling out to me with the same tone he used back in elementary school made me feel thoroughly exasperated. Mr. Soya Kawaii, despite everything that happened earlier, it seems you haven't learned anything. Shut up! No matter how good you're at work, the prestige of my company is still higher than yours. I don't think the place we work should determine our worth, but may I ask you something? The training we conducted today was for management-level employees. But I wonder why you didn't attend. On New Year's Day, Soya, you said you were promoted to section chief. Soya seemed clearly flustered at my observation. Well, it's because... As a rule, all management-level employees were supposed to attend, and that's what we were told. So, when we saw that you weren't at the venue, we asked your superior about it. Mr. Soya Kawaii, it seems you've never been promoted since joining the company.
From what I understand, it looks like you lied to our Taichi Kawaii saying that you're a manager. Weren't you perhaps jealous of Taichi, who's both a section chief and skilled at his job?
What?
There are countless types of people in this world, each with their own characteristics. Perhaps you have something outstanding about you as well. But I think that's very different from the status you get by competing with others. Because honestly, I can only see that kind of status as worthless.
Soya didn't respond, only glaring at Dio with frustration. I let out a deep sigh internally, discarding the business persona. Soya, I don't care what you think about me or why you lied, but I do want to say one thing. As my aunt said, you shouldn't look down on people who don't work according to normal schedules. I've seen plenty of people who work during public holidays because of my job. They all work hard to satisfy their customers, making sure nothing goes wrong. Among them might be the employees who provide the services you casually use on holidays, or engineers maintaining servers used by your company. You have no right to mock their efforts by calling them employees with no New Year's holidays. You've been in the workforce for years now, and it's about time you stop thinking like a student and adjust your attitude.
Yeah, if you don't, you might end up alienating your company's clients.
Soya didn't say anything more, leaving the scene. I and Dio headed back to the office. It seemed that our warning came too late. Soya had once talked about me in front of a client, boasting, "You know, I think only incompetent people work at companies that don't have New Year's breaks." He proudly said this, but it turned out that one of the client's affiliate companies had irregular holidays, so they complained. As a result, Soya was treated as a sidelined employee. Unable to accept this, or perhaps driven by ambition, Soya kept trying to take credit for his colleagues' work, only to be reported to his superiors every time, and then... fired? His remarks toward us, combined with the second time he offended his client, led to him being fired. Despite receiving several disciplinary actions, his behavior didn't improve, and eventually, Soya was forced to leave Shibuya-ko. Damn it! This company has a 2-day weekend, but I heard they have irregular holidays. I don't want to work here. I was hired by Shibuya-ko, so I should be able to get a better job somewhere else with better conditions. I've said it before, But you shouldn't look down on people just because their work schedule doesn't follow the majority's calendar. Unable to understand this, Soya continued to be picky about his job opportunities, and he ended up without a new job. By the way, when my aunt and uncle found out about his dismissal, they were furious, and now Soya has to pay back money by the deadline. Meanwhile, Rio and I continued our work as training instructors, and privately, I confessed to her, and our relationship progressed. This year, during the first 3 days of New Year, the training for Love Koiko was handled by other employees, so both Rio and I were off.
Happy New Year. I look forward to working with you this year.
Rio and my parents get along well. I never imagined Daichi would have such a wonderful partner. They were so moved. Though it's late, thank you, Mom and Dad, as always. Because you've always believed in and respected me, I could work with no hesitation and take the job I have now. Thanks to you both, I can live with energy in my current job, and I also met Rio. I'd rather live a life where I show gratitude to everyone around me, rather than competing and seeing others as enemies. In the end, happiness is subjective, and comparing it to others won't change anything.
Daichi-san, let's have some sweet sake. Sweet sake.
I'm really glad I could see the smile this year. The words Happy New Year exist to celebrate others. So today, let's celebrate the fact that we've welcomed the new year with our precious people.
My name is Yasufumi Shimada, 26. I work as a copywriter. Give me a concise description of how good instant noodles are. I was thinking of a good phrase that would be used for one of our products. I currently live in a high-rise apartment with my father, who is a department head at a company. It's almost Dad's birthday. My mother passed away when I was young, so my dad raised me on his own. What should I give him? I respected my father and appreciated him. How can I repay him? I realized that thinking about that had become a habit. I wanted to see my dad happy. I wanted to let him know my gratitude. As an adult, I felt that way even more. One day, my dad said he wanted to talk to me. It was shocking. Marriage?
Yep. We have a lot of similar interests, and she really wanted to be with me.
I see. Congrats, Dad.
Wait, that was easy.
Of course. You worked so hard for me all this time. Don't worry about me, and live for yourself now.
Yasufumi, thank you. But I feel a little sad.
What are you saying? We're still family.
I thought you'd be a little sadder and cry for me.
What were you expecting? Don't treat me like a little kid.
To a parent, a child is a child.
Hey, don't throw a tantrum. Later, my dad brought the woman he would marry. Her name was Kyoko Numazu. She worked for a client of his, and that's how they met.
Kyoko. Yasufumi-san, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Kyoko was 43, but she looked really young. She was what one would call a cougar. She was kind, so I understand why my dad fell for her.
Yasufumi, good timing. Kyoko-san baked a cake. Let's eat together.
Please eat some.
Soon after, Kyoko and my dad got married. She moved into our apartment. Kyoko-san was a homemaker and doted on my father. I could tell she loved my father. They're newlyweds, so maybe I should leave soon. I need to find a place. A week after Kyoko-san came to our place, my dad wasn't home, so it was just the two of us.
Yasufumi-kun, may I?
Yes, what is it?
I want you to leave this place. Takanori-san said he wanted to spend more time with me, and you're an adult, right? Don't depend on your parents forever.
Her face seemed a little twisted. It bugged me a little, but I agreed. I guess I'm in the way. Actually, I was thinking that too. I'm looking for a place, so don't worry.
I see. Slackers should leave soon.
The next day, I told my dad about it. Dad, I'm gonna live alone.
What? Why all of a sudden? Did something happen?
I feel like I should be independent, and I want you to spend time with Kyoko-san.
I see. Well, come back anytime.
I prayed that things would go well with my father and Kyoko-san, and I left the apartment. After that, I found an apartment and started living alone. As for housework, I had always done it with my dad, so it was no problem. I'd have to do it all on my own now. It would be hard. I finished cleaning and laundry, so dinner next. Shoot, I made too much. I always made enough for two, so suddenly cooking for one was pretty difficult. I wonder if Dad is enjoying newlywed life. We were always together, but now we weren't. I was feeling a little lonely. I was getting used to living alone. I decided to take a walk.
Whoa!
Whoa, are you okay? I bumped into a woman. The woman dropped the paper she was holding.
I'm sorry. I was rushing and not looking forward.
No, are you okay? I started gathering the papers with her. Her name was Asami Koyama.
I'm sorry. I bumped into you and you're helping me.
Apparently, Koyama-san was a writer. She stayed up all night to prepare these manuscripts for a meeting. Wow, it's a different genre, but I work as a copywriter.
Oh, really? Copywriters try to capture someone's attention with one phrase, right? I feel like they're unique even in the writer space.
I think they're rarer than internet article writers. It can pay well, but it's difficult. We got along immediately since we were both writers. Are you okay on time? Weren't you in a hurry?
I got too engrossed in the conversation. I can't make my client wait. I'm going. Let me repay you sometime.
Koyama-san hurriedly handed me her business card.
See you.
She left like a storm. She's got so much energy. I looked at her card. Huh, she's next door. What a coincidence. Serendipitously, Koyama-san and I started meeting regularly.
I talked about copywriting to my client the other day. They were really interested and wanted to meet with you.
Whoa, that's great. Actually, one of my clients. They were asking me if I knew any writers that could do content creation. We met up more often and fell for each other. We started dating. For our first date, is there anywhere you want to go?
How about a library? We're both writers, so let's look at different writings and build up our knowledge. The 3-hour course or the 6-hour course?
There are courses? Sure, we might as well. She was a little out there. It was cute. I was living my best life. Meanwhile, at my dad and Kyoko-san's apartment,
Yasufumi came up with this phrase on this coffee can.
Oh, okay.
He's my pride and joy. I hope the three of us can go on vacation someday.
Yeah. I thought he was finally out of the way, but that kid, so annoying. Ugh, what should I do?
some time passed. We were calling each other by our first names and speaking casually. There was something bothering me, so I was a little out of it.
You look down. Did something happen?
No, nothing. The sky looks nice.
Don't change the subject. I can tell by your face. I want to help you if you're in trouble. Partners share happiness and sadness, right?
You're right. I can't worry my partner. I was moved. I opened up to her about my worries. A week later, I came to the high-rise apartment to get my comic books. Asami was going to write reviews for a manga site, and I had some there. Asami said she wanted to meet my dad, so I brought her.
Ooh, nervous?
Just be your cheery self. My dad is a nice man. I'm sure I'll be nervous too when I ask your parents' blessing. Too soon? I'm home.
Hello? Welcome. Yasufumi-san, who's this?
My girlfriend, Asami.
Nice to meet you.
Kyoko-san greeted us. I thought my dad would be waiting for us, but strangely, I was wrong.
Takanori-san had some urgent business and left.
He did?
So can you two leave? Or did you need something else? I'll take care of it.
Thank you. I just came today to get some books for my room, so I'll do it.
Okay.
I brought out the manga from my room. I was putting on my shoes to leave when Kyoko spoke to me.
By the way, I heard you own a company? You're a writer?
I own one, but I don't have any employees. I was a one-man CEO. I was working as an independent contractor, but because my pay was good, I started a company.
That's amazing. I did some research.
Kyoko-san stopped there. She spoke deliberately.
You have quite the reputation.
Mm-hmm. Recently, I've been seeing random hate comments on my social media. This was what I talked to Asami about the other day. Yes, unfortunately, the hate comments increased one day for some reason.
I'm worried. Won't it affect your work?
Due to the nature of my work, but I have regular clients, so I'm making do.
That's good. I hate to say it, but they say where there's smoke, there's fire. And this is what I think. Are you doing bad things to make money? I know you're his stepmother, so I'm sorry, but isn't that too far? But these bad rumors are probably a result of his daily actions, right? I'm worried to have someone like that in my family.
I'm sorry. I was going to do something about it. I'll formally request identification soon.
Formally? Shouldn't you repent and change yourself?
Blaming others for everything isn't good. But this isn't the case, right? Or is there a reason you don't want me to do that?
Of course not.
Kyoko-san's face went through a million expressions. She got paler and paler. She was basically confessing. She finally revealed her true self.
You're getting cocky. You came today to cry to Takanori-san, right?
Huh?
I know. Writers don't make any money. You started your own company, but it won't be good with the rumors, right? So you came to ask Takanori-san for help.
Kyoko-san definitely spread the rumors. I thought it was because she didn't like me, but I was wrong. What she wanted was...
Sorry, I can't let someone like that go near Takanori-san. It's a wife's job to protect her husband.
It was to pull me away from my dad.
That's...
Asami, it's okay. I'm sorry you had to see this. Can you wait outside?
But...
This is my problem. Asami might get hurt, so I smiled to make her feel better. Asami understood, but looked worried. She was about to go outside to wait for me. When she opened the door...
Takanori-san?
What? I turned around in surprise. It was my dad.
Well, welcome back. You were home.
Yeah, the registers were backed up, so it took a while. I rushed home, but...
My dad was holding a box from a cake shop near the station. He had bought a cake for us.
I was about to come in, but I heard you yelling, so I listened from outside.
So, right when she started revealing herself...
Listen, actually...
Asami explained everything. My dad frowned. Kyoko turned paler and paler.
I see. Yasufumi, did you leave because of Kyoko-san?
It was one of the reasons, but I did think I should get out. I didn't want to get in the way. My dad understood. His face was scarier than I'd ever seen it. He grilled Kyoko-san.
Kyoko-san, I'm truly disappointed.
Takanori-san, no. This was a misunderstanding.
Yes, there was a misunderstanding. So I'll let you know. Yasufumi bought this place for me.
What?
Not just this apartment. The car I'm driving, Yasufumi gave it to me for my birthday.
Before, my dad and I lived in a cheap apartment, but my business was going well, so I bought a high-rise room. I had given my dad a car and watches to pay him back.
Yasufumi said it was to repay me. I was happy. Not because they were expensive. The son I raised on my own wanted to repay me. I was happy he felt that way.
Dad...
Kyoko-san, I wanted to marry you for your thoughtfulness of others. You said you wanted to get along with my son and talk to him. That's why I chose you.
I love you. You were kind to me.
But you did a terrible thing to my son, whom I love most in this world. You hurt him. I would trade my life to protect him. I misunderstood you. We're getting divorced. Pack up and leave today.
No, no divorce. I love you. I'm not lying. It was the first time I fell for someone like that, without you.
Kyoko-san clung to my dad, but his eyes held no love as they looked at her.
Hey, say something. I'll apologize for everything. I admit that I said those nasty things, so...
I see. I don't intend to forgive you either.
Why? I'm apologizing.
I knew from the start that you didn't like me. But I was going to be supportive if it meant my dad would be happy. I believed you truly loved my dad. I believed you'd make him happy. But you hurt my dad. And you caused a lot of trouble for me and my clients. I will be formally requesting money from you to make up for the losses you caused.
No! I just wanted the person I love to see me. I understand where you're coming from.
Asami spoke. It was like she was gathering her thoughts.
In Buddhism, there is a saying, love is selfless. Love hopes for happiness of others. If that's love, love is holding back for the happiness of your partner. Forgiving even if you don't like it. You must like your husband a lot. But prioritizing your own happiness means your love is for yourself. It wasn't for your husband. Love is knowing that your new mom hates you but accepting her. Love is hoping for your father's happiness. Yasufumi's emotions are love.
A tear fell from Kyoko-san's eyes. The day ended with the tears of a woman who couldn't love. Later, Kyoko and my dad got divorced. I sued her for defamation and losses. Kyoko and my dad were clients of each other, so word traveled to her workplace. Kyoko was harangued and sent off to some branch in the countryside.
I really love him. I love him.
She couldn't love the one she loved. It was a shock for her since she liked my dad so much. What is love? She would spend the rest of her life thinking of my father and wondering. Meanwhile, I introduced Asami to my dad. My dad celebrated with a cake. Dad, can I live here again?
Of course. If you two are getting married, I'll leave.
It's too soon for marriage.
You can't say that, Mr. Shimada.
My dad put his head to the ground to apologize for Kyoko. But I don't blame my dad. I met Asami because of what happened. I was grateful.
You're going to live here too, right, Yasufumi?
Huh? Oh, if you're okay with it.
I'm gonna have him tell me all the stuff I don't know about you. Also, you two look so happy together. That makes me happy.
Thank you, Asami. But wait, I haven't proposed yet, right? Wait, Is that what's happening?
Haha, you met someone great, Yasufumi. Your happiness makes me the happiest.
Love comes in many forms. There is no one answer to what is love. So, I want to say this. Love is wishing for someone's happiness. Dad, thank you for raising me and giving me so much happiness. I vow to my mom in the sky, I will continue to love my father back until the day he isn't here